Living 101, encouraging spiritual creation. Thanks for being. My name is Chris, and today we talk about the prison of what other people think of you. Why is it a prison and how to escape it? Do you care what your mother, your father, your closest friends think of you? Of course you do, because they're your closest friends, your closest people in your life. When does the caring about what other people think of you gets a prison? A prison is it only if others' opinions of you can define who you are. If your mother's opinion of you defines who you are or let you change your direction because of that opinion, then you're imprisoned. In my personal experience, I was imprisoned myself, and I observed a lot of people are in prison, in their own prison, without even knowing that they are in prison. So the society system itself is based upon the fear what other people will think of me. We are, as a society, as human beings, we are far away from being authentic because there are so many layers of what other people will think of me, of fear, that we can't even get to the core of authenticity. You may notice or you may experience it in your own life. To be yourself, to be who you really are, takes often time, a lot of struggle, a lot of people telling you, you don't do that, don't do it, man, it's a bad idea. And you have to go through, and that's happening all the time. The prison of what other people think of you is it only then if you let them define you because of their opinion. Every time you get in a state of resentment, every time you get in a state of defense, every time you get a state of justifying, you are about to getting defined by someone else's opinion. So if you ask yourself, wow, am I in a prison? Just ask yourself, am I often in a state of resentment, in a state of anger, in a state of righteousness, in a state of I need to explain myself, I need to justify what I do and what I say and what I think and who I am? If yes, you may be imprisoned in the prison of what other people think of you. And I want to show you how you can escape that prison. You can escape that prison by knowledge, by knowing the following thing and applying it into your life. Everybody has their own view of you. So when I'm standing here in front of the camera, I'm Chris, and 10 people like you are watching this video, there are 10 Chris's you are seeing. When I'm in the room with 10 people, there are 10 Chris's in the room. Not one. And all of those images that you have of me has nothing to do with who I am. Because, here's the secret fact, you have your own, you are in fact your personal filter. You are a filter. Conditioned by your experience, your childhood, your education, your friends, your where you grew up, your beliefs, your views of right and wrong. So who I am, as you can see, it goes through you, through the filter, and the result is the Chris that you see. Maybe you say, oh, he has nice blue eyes, or you say, oh, what's about his hair? He looks crazy, or whatever you think of me went through the filter of your conditioning, your beliefs, whatever it is. So therefore, right and wrong doesn't even exist. That's a whole nother video. or seminar or video series, right and wrong doesn't even exist, because when you're the filter, in your opinion, you're always right. If I would have the same conditioning as you, the same beliefs, exactly the same, if I would be in your position, I would think, say, and feel exact the same way. Because I would be the filter you are. When you understand that, there is no need at all to be in a state of resentment, in a state of anger, justifying righteousness. Because you can, and you can prove it in your own life if you can apply it. If someone tells you his opinion about you, oh wait, I don't like your voice, I don't like your t-shirt, I don't like your hair, you can just feel, is there any defense or is it not? When you apply that into your life, when you de-prison yourself, when you get out of prison, then you know when the next time somebody comes to you and tells you his opinion about you, about the stuff you do, you're open to it, because you know that's a filter. What he says about you has nothing to do with who you really are. And that's the point where you can really be open to feedback. Only that's the point. A lot of people ask for feedback. Oh, come on, tell me what you think. And before you even finish the first sentence, they're in a, what did you say? They're not even open to it. You can only be open to it if you're free of any stressful feeling. So, understanding that everybody has his own conditioning, his own filter, his own belief system, his own way of seeing things as right and wrong. Therefore, everybody is right. Everybody. You look at a tree and somebody says that's a tree, and somebody else says that's nature, and somebody else says that's green, and somebody else says that's not a tree, that's a flower. It doesn't matter. Everyone is right in their view of the world. You can get through life without any stress when it comes to the point of what other people think of you. When you understand that principle, that it's their opinion. And you can even ask them. You can say, wow, you think my hair looks crazy? Come on, tell me about it. And if you ask, if you go into the questions, you may find out the reason why he thinks that of you. So I think you have crazy hair, then maybe you find out that the person who says that was always told that he has crazy hair by his mom and he didn't like it, and so therefore he projects it onto you. Wow! Problem solved, if there wasn't even a problem. So everybody is their own filter. What are you trying to defend, to justifying? What is it? It's the little me. It's the fear of getting kicked around in life. But you can only be authentic if you're able to not care what other people think of you. That doesn't mean that you lack compassion or that you don't look around. No, it just means that you know who you are. You know what's defining you. And whatever other people are saying about that hasn't the power to change that. So for example, I'm creating this video to share the knowledge to the world and make your life more joyful, more loving, more compassionate, that you can share to others. If now 100 people are standing in this park and telling me, Chris, what you are doing is crazy, stop doing it. Do you think I would stop? I wouldn't. Because if there are 100 people telling me that, that doesn't change my definition of who I am. And that's the secret of getting out, escaping the prison. There is no need to defend, to be right or wrong, to be angry, to be in a resentment state. There is no need for that. Because if you look at the facts, it's very easy. Someone is telling you something that he believes about you, about what you said, about what you look, how you look. He just tells his opinion. You can do with that whatever you want. It's one opinion, and it's a opinion of someone else that hasn't the power to define you unless you let it define you. Be aware of the room between what somebody says and your reaction. Somebody says you're stupid. Be aware, here's the room. Here's the room where you have power to act now. Be aware that it's his opinion. Be aware, be clear of who you are, of your values. Then someone's opinion cannot define you, because you're so clear about who you are that no matter how many people are saying anything, you are clear and you are on the ground. You know who you are. So that's the prison and how you can escape it. You can only be authentic if you're able to clear the layers you have on your life, in your life, and step by step work towards an authentic being. And there will always be people judging you. There will always be people telling you that you are doing crap. There will always be people telling you that's wrong, that's bad, that doesn't work. That will always be in your life. So you cannot escape that. You can just handle it by knowing who you are, by not giving the power of someone else's opinion about you, letting define you, and by just doing your stuff, whatever that is. Then life gets thriving, because you're in a state of joy, you know? You're doing things, you know why you're doing things. And it's so a picture, an image of who you are, that you can't even do anything else. That's who you are. Creating videos, sharing to the world. That's who I am. So I hope that helps you on not caring what other people think of you, while staying open if you want. And getting out of the prison that you were defined by your parents, the education system, your best friends, social media. Get still, ask yourself, who am I? And whenever there's opinion of someone else about you, be aware of the room and be aware of the filter that he is, based on his conditioning. If you like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment with any question, and we'll see each other in the next video.